All right, this is take 2. I literally, with my work, just deleted a recording. Cool. All right. Hi, I'm Lori, and here's my story. I went to see Jim Gaffigan. If you don't know him, you might know him as Hot Pockets. Okay, he's a comedian. Anyway, very funny. Oh my gourd. I'm going to be using this a lot now. Going forward. Oh my gourd. He did a whole bit on the eggplant emoji. My husband and I were both crying from laughing. It was so freaking funny. I, of course, cannot share any of his intellectual property with any of you. But if he comes to a city near you, he's worth going to see. Even if you see the 5 to 10 minutes, whatever it was, about the eggplant emoji. And you know how I feel about the eggplant emoji. I just think it's funny. There you go. How I feel about the eggplant. There you go. This was made by Camille's Creations. Just to clarify, this was a gift from Armchair Chef. It's solid. But oh my gourd is, you'll see it a few times. I'm going to start using it. That went into my brain today. And if you heard that sneeze, that was my husband all the way downstairs. All right. So eggplant emoji, hilarious. Camille, if you need a picture of this to make a membership emoji, please let me know. All right. You know I want one. Oh, I was talking when I deleted. Okay, wait, I have to back up. So I really had hoped to have this finished by tonight before we went to the comedy show. It didn't happen. I've had a lot of things come up socially this week. So I have not gotten as much done as I would like. At least it's that. And I'm still not fully thinking straight. Like, the medication is helping, but the migraine's still kind of sitting there being annoying. Anyway, I'm going to show you an almost finished piece of the work that I'm doing, because next Friday there's going to be a video. There's 2 lives and there's a video. Any of them that say celebrate in them, that means there's giveaways. There's going to be giveaways in the video. The lives I'm going to try to keep them to 1 hour. And there will be replay giveaways. So my international folks, there are going to be some prizes for you in replay, because I tried to make it so some of you could be there live with the 2 different time frames on the lives. But then there is one it's just comment words that you need to leave. Anyway, this is something you could win. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I don't have much left to do, and I will do my best to not delete this recording. I'm going to actually just move the cursor off of there. So some of you will recognize this. Now, I did this as Tunisian color work. I am using an 8mm Tunisian hook. I thought I had it out, but I don't. At one point, this is only 45 stitches across. At one point, I had 9 bobbins on it. That's insane. But there's a lot of color changes in parts of this. But what I wanted to show you for this, I'm going to turn this into a bag. And you could win this in the video next Friday. This will not be during a live. But I wanted to show you something fun I did. I had white sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? White sparkle cotton. I'm assuming it's cotton. I don't have a band for Antarctica. And then I just finished Greenland, and I did the white sparkle with some green, because it's both. So it's not exactly like Antarctica, Antarctica. I can't even say that word very well. Anyway, how did I figure out how to do this? I already had the pattern. This is my pattern. I originally made it as a corner-to-corner blanket, obviously much larger than this. This is Tunisian Simple Stitch. How did I learn how to do color work? MDL Crochets Michael. I learned from his heart scarf, the first one, the one where it's like the conversation hearts, like the little candy hearts. Well, I don't know who has those. When I say conversation hearts, they're these little hearts that have like words on them. You've seen it in a couple of my PAL in times thumbnails. I had to hold up my thumb to remember the word thumbnails. Anyway, I've got about 2 or 3 rows of blue left to do. And then once I finish that, it will be all yellow. Oh, 40. So it's 45 stitches across. It will be 48 rows this way. And then I'm going to turn it into a bag. But I'm going to show you the back. The back's a mess. I'm going to use some of that mess to tighten up some of these stitches because some of the stitches are a little bit holy. But I am going to kind of do a liner. But I've got an idea and I'm going to try it because, you know, I like to do it that way. We'll see how it works. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll find out. And then you'll see. So I'm only doing this on one side. This has taken a lot of hours, as you can imagine. But mostly because some of these spots had so many bobbins. And even though simple stitch is easy, doing color work with it, you have to go your forward pass and your backward pass. That's one row. So each row is double the work. But I love the results. I wanted to advertise this so that you would know, hey, get in there and watch that Friday video. Because there will, in the 2 lives and the video, if it says celebrate in the title and on the thumbnail, that means there's giveaways in there. There will, in the lives, there will be some giveaways during the live. I do plan on only going on for about an hour. I will put the link for Mama G Gears, and Rusty's live that will be after mine is done. I'm hoping to have a gap between, so I'm not just like going to send you over there, but I will put the link in there. These will be horizontal because I'm not really looking to get random people in here winning stuff. But it's about half that will be given away in each live, and then half that will be given as replay words. And you'll have a couple weeks, nearly 3 weeks, to put a comment in with replay words for items that you're interested in. And that's both lives. We'll have some things given away during the live, some things that are replay words. Every single one. And in the video, this just replay words in the comment, not replay, but comment words. So you have to make comments. And the biggest prizes, let me make sure that's true. Just doing a quick glance. Yes, the biggest prizes, including that I just showed you that's going to be a bag, are all on the Friday video. So the reason I did that is to make it as available to all my people who watch later or whatever. And also every single one will have at least one international prize available. I'm going to try to make it so each one has 2 internationals, but those will all be replay. Again, so I'm hitting my European friends, not literally hitting, so that my European friends can participate and my Australia, New Zealand, India friends can participate. And, that's why the international stuff will be replay only. Unless somebody comes forward and donates a pattern or something. I didn't ask for anybody to give gifts. Hadija, Lady Bird Loves, has given gifts. Live Fantastical Michelle, I believe she has told me she's giving a journal. I'm working on some more with the journal thing. I might be giving more of those, but I would be sponsoring those. Anyway, again, I didn't ask people except for Michelle. I did want to give one of the journals away regardless. And she said, oh, you had won one that you haven't received. So I do plan on talking to her and seeing if I can give more. But Hadija just offered, which I really appreciated. So with that, oh my gourd, I love the eggplant emoji because I'm silly and juvenile. Okay, got a few more minutes. I'm going to show you things I'm working on that you probably aren't aware. There is a triangles, and it's being the stitch and the colors. I've got 5 different balls of menagerie I'm working with. Skeins. This was week 1. You're trying to get them to be equilateral triangles. In other words, the same length on every side. This is week 2. I finally got my first triangle. I need to make a second of week 2. And then week 3 has been published to the people in the Cal. You can still join. I believe you can still join, but that's Lady Bird Loves Hadijah question. Lisa. Many of you know her as Lisa. So anyway, this one was really hard. I was over decreasing, but now I'm happy with it. This one is hummingbird, I believe. This hummingbird? No, this is rosy maple moth. And then the other one is purple emperor something. The reason these triangles are in this bag, and then whatever color I'm working on is in this bag. The other whip that I have to have done by February 8th is this. You can see I have not gotten very far. It's kind of large. It's not my own design. It's a filet crochet. I'm strongly considering pulling back and cutting. I might pull all of this back and cutting out the design on the side and just doing the rabbit. I don't know. Because all of this is just like little diamonds and stuff, and I was having to use the graph because some of the directions I was confused on. Anyway, my hope is that this piece of it is done by the time VJ's Crochet goes live on Friday, because that's her finished objects. And if I can get that piece finished, I feel very comfortable submitting that. Why am I showing you this? Because I'm advertising, because I've already had the 2 people I sneak peek this to claim it. So this is going to be in high demand. There's going to be a lot of people that will put this in the replay word, or not replay, comments, the word that I attach with that. So I have organized all the giveaways. Everything's ready. Those are my whips. I have to still fix my daughter's sleeves. I still have to add length to my son-in-law's blanket. And I still have that other baby blanket that I haven't finished. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull that. I think I'm going to pull that and just do the interior and then the border that the pattern calls for. Yeah, because this is pretty big. Wouldn't you say that's kind of big for a baby blanket? Oh, if only my phone said what it says right after I said, isn't that kind of big? All right. If you know, you know. Am I inappropriate? Yes, most of the time. You can count on me. This is over 45 inches. I don't think it needs to be that big. What do you think? I'd be happy with 36. Plus, I was really seriously playing yarn chicken because I'm using this yarn right here from J Paradise. I believe this yarn was from J. Right? Yeah, I think so. And so I knew I was close on having enough, but I'm doing it with popcorns and not as filet, so I'm like, ugh. Anyway, okay. I've made my decision. I'm going to pull it all out because I'm not that far, but not until this other thing is done. Again, for the replay words and the comments on the Friday video, not this Friday, not because you're watching this here, my Saturday and Sunday videos before the lives, as in this weekend, are going to be advertisements. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that's being given away in the live that day. So that's what the video is going to be. So I am all over the place. I can tell I'm squirreling like a crazy person. And then I've got to work on my Stitcherhood blanket because love the Stitcherhood. It's very meaningful and I love what we're doing. So Lexi at Helix Stitchcraft, Camille's Creations, whose cause this is, the Archway in Dallas-Fort Worth area. She said it's more in the Fort Worth area of Texas. So she's doing all the collections. Anyway, big deal. Love it. Thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? And hugs to you all. Whatever kind of hug you need, whether it's this kind or something if only I had my shawl over here, or something you could wrap around yourself. Side hug for Chuck. With that, I'll see you later.